These are Bulgarian split squats, and if you're doing them for strength, you might want to think again. So what's the problem with Bulgarian split squats? I mean, they got Bulgarian in the name. Well, let's look at what makes a good strength exercise. Number one, a natural motion. Also functional is a way to describe it. It's a motion that is routine, something you do all the time, recreationally, athletically, just daily life. Number two, it is multi-joint or compound, same thing. And this is because in real life, there are no isolation motions. Everything, walking, climbing a flight of stairs, whatever it is, they're always compound and multi-joint. Number four, it should be simple. You do not want to be struggling with technique or execution. If you do, you're going to be taking away from the ability to focus on the resistance, and focusing on the resistance is what creates strength. And number four, it should be stable. And this kind of goes along with the other, the simple, is that if you're working on your balance or how your body is positioned, again, you are going to take away from your ability to focus on the resistance and to use enough weight to get good strength benefit out of it. You only have so much attention. You want to eliminate as many confounding variables as you can and just focus in on that strength. When we look at that, we can see right away there's some problems with Bulgarian split squats. First of all, that position is unstable. You are really going to be working on your balance quite a bit. And it's also a complicated motion. You've got 1 foot behind you, you've got 1 foot in front of you. That is not easy to go up and down like that and keep control of yourself, balance being part of that. But it's not easy to do that way. It's also not a natural motion. This is not a position you are going to see anyone in when they're out on the soccer field or football or tennis or anything. A very, very strange kind of position to be in. It is multi-joint and compound, but that's about as far as you can go with it. Now, should you compare this to, say, back squats, which are the best strength exercise out there, you can see the difference. Back squat, a squat is the most natural motion. You squat before you can walk, you squat before you can stand, you do it throughout your entire life. It is involved in everything. Obviously compound, obviously multi-joint. Very simple. All you're doing is standing, step out of the rack and deep knee bend down and up, and that's all there is to it. And stable, you're not moving. The biggest enemy of stability is horizontal motion. So now the $64,000 question. Should you do these? If you're doing them for strength, no, these are not a good strength exercise. Everybody's trying to invent these Swiss Army knife exercises, things that do everything for you. Well, the more elements that are in an exercise, the less attention each element gets. And in this case, you've got a lot of stuff going on, which means you're not really going to be able to focus that much on the strength, or as much as you would get out of it doing something else like a back squat, which I already talked about. So that, is going to, for me, disqualify them. I'm very strength focused. Other people might want to do them. And I'm not saying do or don't. What I'm saying is be aware of what you're actually getting out of them. People are constantly overselling exercises. Like I said, Swiss Army knife, it's going to do everything for you. No exercise does everything for you. There's things that squats don't do very well. What they do very well is strength. And if you're doing strength, if you're pursuing strength, I would not recommend this. I would advise doing a different exercise, obviously squats being my favorite choice.
Enjoy the video? Let me know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.